Just wanna be sedated all night long. I met a girl and she needs to be. I'm just a mess, so I guess that is complicated. She's like I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane when she comes around. She comes around. She burns her words into my skin. It kills me slowly. She holds me in her arms, her hands, the same. I met a girl and she needs to be. I'm just a mess, so I guess that it's complicated. She's and I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane when she comes around.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play. keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Checking it down, this one is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
So got it, the tight end comes in motion. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. Will be brought down inside the 25. Johnny Newton there on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And in motion is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown on the year. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Robinson. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Washington.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Up the middle they go. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
The motion man here is McLaurin. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Now Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hopkins sent in motion. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third and 9. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 run, 18 run.
They'll throw with Daniels. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Washington.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, Hurts. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Uh-oh. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To the air again, Hurts. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Quick throw, pulled in by Tony. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Hurts will try it again. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
I love the call here on 3rd and inches. Everyone, when they're looking at the running back, is anticipating you handing him the ball. He can get lost sometimes in the passing game and in the structure of the concept. In this case, the quarterback's able to find him open, and he's able to move the chains.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Third and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got it at about the 8. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, here's Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here now, second down and goal. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Third and goal. To throw, Hurts. He'll try to... And he's into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Commander 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Now he'll run it. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
The motion man here is McLaurin. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have.
The ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 41 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Here's Barkley. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw is Hurts. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts to throw. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So got it, the tight end comes in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
On second down, Hurts. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Tight end on the move left. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The tight end going in motion to the left. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Washington.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. To the air again is Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he will score. Game on. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go. 18 rather. 18 rather. Can't stop you. Warrior 70. Shred him on this play. Buffalo 18.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. This one out to Moore. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Throwing again, Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Eagles have it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hopkins sent in motion. To throw is Daniels on first and 10.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score. Now another try at first and goal, albeit from a little further back. Daniels now going to look to throw. That one taken in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. That touchdown reception number 22 for him this year. Tied for second all-time with Jerry Rice, who did it in 1987. One away from Randy Moss's record of 23 TDs. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He gets that to Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. And he will score. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hopkins sent in motion. Daniels now on 1st down. That's downfield. He's got Sinnott, the tight end. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
63.
Now this looks like a design run. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. But hold everything. There's a flag way back on the other side of the field. And this one is going to get wiped away. Second down throw for Hurts. That one pulled in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. The offense is out there, 4th and inches. Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. Here comes the Eagles punt team. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. This brought in out past the 20. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return.
They're on 26-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a comeback.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.